I'm reading this book, um, Sapiens. Um, it's talking about kind of evolution and history and just, religion and cultures and how we, went from, hunter-gatherers to agriculture and all sorts of stuff, right? And a lot of it that kind of sticks out to me is the power of storytelling. It was how you went from, seeing a lion, and saying, hey, it's right here and it's by that rock and by the river, to sharing stories that move people and connect with them in a certain way and got us to really transfer ideas and beliefs, and taught us to kind of organize a little bit more and come together. And it's talking about how, in retrospect, you can look back at any point in history and see a fork in the road, a turning point. And, I can look back at some of the most beautiful things in my life, and I can, look at this stuff. Sorry. I can look back at my life and see some of the most beautiful things, some of the beautiful relationships. And if you think about it, I really didn't have to do much to receive those things. They just kind of happened. I like to call that grace. And there are other times in my life where there's a fork in the road and I'm faced with tons of obstacles that are out of my control. And those are the moments where I have to decide how I'm going to move forward. I realized yesterday I had my kids for my birthday and got them the following day. And I noticed when it got closer to having to drop them off, I started getting anxious. And I started realizing how my son also gets anxious because he knows he's not going to be able to stay. And Benaya is giving me a hard time and, telling me hurtful things, I think, just to see how I'll react. Because he's also going through a hard time. And I told my daughter that we're going to have to go back with her mom, and she said she wanted to stay with me. And she said she's going to miss me and miss Luna. And, no one really gives a shit, man. It kills me inside. It hurts. But ultimately, I have to choose how I'm going to show up in this season of my life, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to react, and make the decision, because I'm on this fork in this road. And looking back in retrospect, you can see things so clearly, but in the moment, man, everything just looks so muddy and unclear. It looks out of focus, like you're dreaming, like you're experiencing everything so real and so vivid, but you're in a dream, like you're underwater and your eyes are open and the water isn't clear and you can barely see your hand in front of you. You might be in this place too. What are you going to do in this moment that's testing you, in this moment that is meant to kill you, this moment that's meant to bury you? Are you going to choose to grow? Are you going to choose to get back up? Because it's okay to be down and cry and, fucking punch the ground and scream in the air. Punch the ground and scream at the sky. But when you're done with that, when you stop trying to escape the reality that you're in, how are you going to move forward? What are you going to do? I don't know, man. Sometimes I do these fucking videos and I feel like I have you asking more questions than having answers. But I think everyone thinks they have an answer. Everyone thinks they have a course. Everyone thinks they have whatever. But I think our life is more about asking questions and spending time trying to understand them. I don't know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do in this season in your life? Take care.